Hello everyone, this is Debbie Happy Cohen, founder of Joy Based Living, and I've been thinking about this question here. How much love do you have the capacity to flow? And a few years ago, I wrote a couple of dozen short fairy tales. And one of them, which is one of my favorites, she lives in me, this character, Sara the Duck Lady. And Sara the Duck Lady, she loves baking bread. She just loves baking bread. And so that's what she does. And a lot of the townspeople leave, and so she doesn't have people to sell it to or share it with the way that she used to. So she starts baking bread for the ducks. And it's an endearing story. And you know, YouTube is interesting because when I'm sitting with my friends, I feel an exchange with them, and there's a sense of connection and respect and love and mutual admiration. There's all these things that happen when I'm sitting with a friend, where on YouTube I find myself like thinking that I should be more exciting. Maybe I feel a little bit boring. I don't think that's true, but I feel like there's an expectation on YouTube to get more likes and get more followers and be more exciting. And you know, Sara the Duck Lady comes to my mind, and so does Mr. Rogers. And I was reading a book the other day, actually flipping through it, called Forest Bathing. And I live in an area with a lot of trees, which was something that I had dreamed about for a long time. And I love being surrounded by trees. And well, trees are kind of boring if you look at them that way. But there's a word. Sometimes I open books just to find one thing that's going to stay with me. And there's a couple in this book, but one of them is called soft fascination. You know, we live in a world where we're very scientific about stuff. You know, what's bothering you, what's hurting you, what do you love, what do you enjoy, what's your life purpose? And it's almost like it's stressful thinking in that way, where when you walk through the forest or you walk through a group cluster of trees, all around you there are patterns in nature. There are colors and patterns, and for whatever human reason, we respond biologically. We respond by relaxing when we see consistent patterns around us. There's a sense of order. There's a sense of coherence. It defies logic. And the other thing that I heard that I loved came from an artist named Hank V. I forget his last name. He's from Queens, New York. They just did a documentary about him. And he said, your most important vision is your peripheral vision. What's surrounding you peripherally? You know, when I talk about things like that, it sounds so abstract. But I'm not really interested. So when I'm talking about trauma and transcending trauma, I think the transformation and the triumph is being able to be sitting with yourself, sitting with nature, sitting with others, sitting with your work in a way that has a soft fascination. And one of my primary drives in having a YouTube station is to eradicate the feeling of isolation that so many people feel. And when you're just sitting with a friend, That's the opposite of isolation, if it's a true friend and you're being yourself. And I hope that by my being here, you might feel more seen. You might feel less isolated. You might be more okay with your own ordinariness. And as that brings you more peace, you'll spread that just by your very being. And there we have an airplane flying overhead. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I really appreciate YouTube, and I appreciate the ability to connect with people based on core values, based on commonalities, in terms of what we want more of in the world. Thank you. Bye for now.